themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Jenkins in at the center. Good work there as it goes.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now here's Dragic. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. Pass to Kidd-Gilchrist. 5 to shoot. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Slim. From 18 feet away, and he buries his first look. Here's Atkins. Here's Dragic. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out.
That's a great way to start. 3 for 3.
Here's Jenkins. His stats right now averaging 9 points a game. Benjamin drains the triple. He's got 5.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Intercepted. Here we go. Here's Slim. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Good, fast-paced play there. It's much easier to find a shot when you beat the defense back.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Now here's Dragic. He picked up 10 in his last game. To end the run, connects from downtown.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Arenas. Shot clock at 6. Good.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
Well, it's forcing them to guard at all 3 levels.
And the three-pointer goes.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
And such a nice move to make that bucket possible.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
A minute 4 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Singleton. And he's going for the oop here. Here's Hurley. He's scoreless. Here's Atkins. Shoots. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2. Got all 6 shots to fall in the first. Singleton. Pass to Jeffries. From beyond the arc and then some. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Here's Arenas. Fires from deep. Sinks it from distance. Arenas has got 5 now. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Up 2. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
It's reflected in their assist totals. This is a great start offensively.
And it's Singleton in at the point guard position. Here's Blake. Pass to Arenas. Oh, it's stolen. Here's Singleton. Wow, with some power.
Wow, going to the top floor.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Here's Arenas. 5 points in the game. Yep, count it. And we're now about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Jeffries. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Jeffries has got 6 in the quarter.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
The home team calls timeout. And with the All-Star game coming up, let's check in on the standings in the East. Taking a look at the visitors here. At the midway point of the season, they're in 4th place in their respective conference. Far behind in the standings. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Blake. Here's Cassell. Hits a three-pointer. Cassell's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
The visitors with the ball. Here's Slim. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 to fall.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Got all 4 threes to drop from downtown in this game. Here's Blake. No made baskets yet. Got a piece of it. And here they come. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Here's Kid Gilchrist. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Just 5 on the clock. Drains the 3 while he's being fouled. And he might be able to make this a 4-point play. Here we go, Grant. This is game 1 of this series between these 2 squads.
I can't wait, B.A. It should be very interesting. These teams might not want to show their whole hand in game 1. Keep some surprises up their sleeves.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Down low, tipped away, and that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And a chance for us here to check out the top passing teams in the league this past month.
And over this last stretch, this team has been incredible passing the rock, playing great team basketball.
Here's Singleton. Pass to Slim. Right wing. The three is up. Nails it from beyond the arc. Singleton's got 9 points.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
Here's Arenas. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, that's one in the first, and now here's his second in this quarter. The defense might want to run him off that line.
Pass to Slim. From downtown, buries it from three. He's got 10.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Got it going from deep. 3 for 3 so far in the quarter. Unloads from 13. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the first half of basketball. Jeffries hits the trifecta. Jeffries has got 9 points in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Arenas. He's got 16. Here's Howard. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
One shot.
And that one misses. Gotten all 8 shots to go. A perfect second quarter so far.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. 34 seconds left in the half. Pass to Dragic. Here's Atkins. Here's Kidd-Gilchrist. Shot clock at 5. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Kidd-Gilchrist has got his second basket of the game. Puts up a deep 3. Singleton can't get it to go. From deep. Count it! What a play! No time
Tremendous
to spare.
awareness.
Whoa! The heave to beat the buzzer.
Whew. We always talk about closing quarters and halves, the importance of it. There you go.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. They lead by 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
It's a coach's dream to see the ball whip around the floor like this. They're playing some selfless basketball. It's been a thing of beauty.
Stacking the dimes and buying buckets. Let's turn our attention to the three-point shootout and highlight some of the top candidates.
A bunch of long-range snipers, cold-blooded. Still a way to go with the selection process, but this is a strong start.
No question. I'd rather play alongside them than against them. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Pass to Slim, takes a three. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Gone a perfect 7 for 7 from deep in this one. And it's Jeffries in at the 4-man position. Second half underway. Here's who J.J. Redick's got on the floor. Here's Atkins. Clock at 6, and they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Atkins has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Out to the right wing. Knocks down the triple.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Now here's Dragic. 5 points in the game. Pulls up on the wing, and he drops that one in. Dragic has got 7.
And he knows he can make this shot. I mean, clearly there's no indecision for him from there.
Well, his great advantage is that he can shoot over the top of almost any defender.
Pass to Slim, puts up a 3. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
The home team calls timeout. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, B.A., the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras can start to help because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
Slim's gotten all 4 of his three-pointers to fall so far. The 3 ball, pure from three-point range. 9 points in the game.
Well, all systems go here early on. That's 3 in a row since Jump Street.
Pass to Jeffries. Throws it up high.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
Gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. to the right side. Pass to Kid Gilchrist. Six to shoot. Here's Atkins. Money from the wing. Atkins has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Yeah, there's really been an uptick in intensity. Just look at the way these guys are battling on the glass and for loose balls.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. All right, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams are getting it done in their transition offense.
It's been fun watching these two teams push the pace in transition. These are two squads that love scoring and do it.
Quarter, perfect so far. Pass to Singleton. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Here's Jeffries. Fires in the triple. Jeffries has got 18.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
1:49 left in the third. A minute 37 left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Atkins. Just 5 to shoot. 18 feet out. Connects. The jumper drops. He's got 6.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
No, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Dragic right side. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Poke loose. And they're running.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
In this league, you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
Here's Arenas. He's got 16. Pass to Atkins. Lets it go from deep. Arenas with the bucket. Arenas has got 19 points.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
And he's keeping the game within striking distance. I don't know where they'd be without his shooting.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? They lead by 7. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And it's Kid Gilchrist in at the power forward spot. Five on the clock. Unloads. Cash money on the open jump shot.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Henry. The three. Drills it from deep. Henry's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
And the defense is looking almost lost on the perimeter. That opens up a quality three-point shot, and he delivers.
Well, that is a big bucket, a very important possession.
And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got two shots coming up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Take a break. Take a break. Two shots.
And he makes the first. And he makes both free throws.
And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
The home team calls timeout.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
The rotations right now are just not good enough. That's going to be a problem defensively all night.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Over to the wing. Pass to Slim. Here's Jeffries. To the paint. To the left wing. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And he nails that one right through the heart.
Nice bounce pass. That's just good fundamental basketball.
Launches it from deep, buries it from outside.
He hit a couple from range in the first half, but now his confidence is through the roof.
Got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter.
Timeout.
The home team calls timeout. Now here's Dragic, tightly guarded. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. And they're on the run. Oh, ho, ho! That's a man on a mission right there.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Oh, the slick fadeaway. Silky smooth.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Gone, a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Beyond the arc. It's good from beyond the arc.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Oh, he throws it down off the lob.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
And he nails it.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
A minute 9 left in the fourth quarter here. The three is in.
Yeah, their inside-outside game, very effective. That was a great pass.
Gone 4 of 4 from outside during the fourth. Fires the three. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Here's Blake. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep. Yes, sir, with the three. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs. They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
Here's Arenas. Let's loose for three. It's money from deep. And so the road team gets the W in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that about wraps it up. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And now our player of the game.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season. Well, we're starting to creep, Clark, towards the midway point of the season. Isn't it amazing how fast this season can go by? You and I look at each other and say, wow, can't believe we're already here.
Well, you know, Kevin, I think it's a function of us getting older, if you will. They say time seems to move faster the older you get. But clearly it's the same for the players as far as how fast the season goes. Opening night happens, and then before you know it, the All-Star game is coming up, and then you get to the backside of that, and it's usually all downhill to the playoffs and beyond.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got McGee, and it's Caboclo in at the 2. Here's Benjamin. Hits the target from 18 feet. He's got 5.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's Leonard. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. McGee in the corner. Just 4 to shoot. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Right wing. Pass to Jeffries. And here is Singleton. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Benjamin the pass to Slim. And right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Outside Leonard. Shoots over Singleton. Leonard with the bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
To the right side. Pass to Jeffries. From deep three-point territory. Kept alive, and they pick up 2. Slim's got his second bucket tonight.
Love seeing that kind of activity on the offensive glass. Nicely done.
Leonard attacking. Here's Caboclo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Wang is checked in for McGee. And a quick look now at the NBA scoring leaders. Take a look at Slim, a top 5 scorer in the league. What a player he is.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
Out to the wing. Benjamin. Bayless covering. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Jenkins throws it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Caboclo kicks to Leonard. They set the pick. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here is Singleton. Last game we saw him score 14 to the left side wing. Here's Bayless. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
Pass to Jenkins. Here is Slim. Here's Singleton. Scoreless thus far. Drills it from outside.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
There's 37 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Caboclo. Here's the screen. And he's good on the 3-ball. Caboclo's got 6.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now he's just showing off. With range like that, incredible.
And on his first quarter of play, we've seen plenty of offense so far. Up by 1. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
They've got Slim, and it's Benjamin in at the 3, the small forward. First free throw is good. Clark, more so than ever, NBA offenses are putting the ball in the hands of their stars and letting them go to work.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, that's because NBA offense is all about creating space, and usually your star players can do that with a high level of skill, speed, shot making, and playmaking. You can create it with strength as well, playing through a guy like Jokic, Giannis, and Luka.
Matthews out there with Wang. Then there's Foster. Then there's Dunleavy, and it's Bayless in at the small forward position. Pass to Singleton. Buries the long-range jumper. Singleton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now Foster. Here's Wang. No scoring in this one. Deep 2 from Bayless. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
And he's got his first chance at the line
One
here.
shot.
McGee, he's checked in for Matthews. Done a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Jeffries, good. Jeffries got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Dunleavy. Here's Bayless with the three. Cans it from downtown.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Caboclo, he's checked in for Foster. Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month.
And both of these teams are really lighting it up from long range, shooting with tremendous confidence. This is a great game to watch. You almost have to expect a shootout when they meet.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Jenkins throws it down. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And it's McGee atop the key. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
That's good from McGee.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Now Singleton. Clock at 2, and he comes up with the deuce. He's got 13.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Leonard, he's checked in for Dunleavy. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. McGee is screened. And stolen by Singleton. And here they go. And Jenkins throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. It's picked off. And here we go. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play.
One shot.
.152 left now here in the second. Over to the wing. Jeffries, the pass to Singleton. Here is Slim. Shot clock at 5. Fades and shoots. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Dunleavy. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
There's a minute left to play here in the half. Out to the right wing. Now, here is Singleton. Benjamin the pass to Singleton. And the 3-ball is good. Singleton's got 6.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Pass to Wang. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here is Slim. And here is Singleton. Over to the left wing. And Jenkins kicks to Singleton. 6 on the shot clock.
Out of bounds.
Leonard with the ball. Here's Caboclo. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Up 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Well, I think for the home team, this hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. They've let a number of winnable games slip away, but do not sleep on them. Oh, sorry about that. They have the talent to kick it into high gear and right down the stretch.
And circling back to the first half, things have not gone as planned for the home team.
You can't win playing passive at the offensive end. I mean, how many times did we see him at the free throw line?
Practically none. There were a few calls they thought should have gone their way, but you can't rely on the refs to bail you out. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Here's Leonard. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. They've got Slim, and it's Jenkins in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's J.J. Redick's 5 as we get into the second half.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Jeffries kicks to Singleton. Benjamin the pass to Jeffries. Here is Slim. There's the steal. And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. And you take a look at this home team. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference. 2.5 games back. Bayless dishes to Leonard. Pass to Caboclo. Now here's Bayless for 3. And that basket is in from Caboclo.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Gotten all but one of the 3-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far. Pass to Slim. Here is Jeffries. From past the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jeffries got his second bucket of the night.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Here's Caboclo, and that one is stuffed right through.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Timeout.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
And here's a look at the stats for Slim. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. And ranking among the top 5 league-wide in 3-point percentage. You have to consider him among the elite shooters in the NBA.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
Throws it up high.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Pass to Singleton. Here is Slim. Here's Jeffries, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. First trip to the line for him here.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get...
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, you have no concerns when he's at the free throw line. Very consistent.
Now here's Bayless. He's got 8. Here's Caboclo. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. Bayless has got 3 assists in the game. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Pass to Singleton. Here is Jeffries. Here is Slim. He's got 7. Here's Benjamin. Hits the outside fadeaway. 15 points in the game.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks. Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around in the league office. He said, quote, one thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think we'd do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting. Guys, back over to you.
Not a bad idea. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Jenkins the pass to Slim. Here's Jeffries, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Jeffries got 11 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Bayless. 8 points for him. Pass to Caboclo. Hits it from 3-point range. Caboclo's got 15 points here in the second half.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too, as a matter of fact. I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Here's Benjamin. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. They lead by 9. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Foster weighing out there with Dunleavy. Then there's McGee. And it's Caboclo in at the 2-guard spot. The three-pointer is right on target.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Pass to Dunleavy. 5 to shoot. Over Benjamin. Good. Nothing but net.
And, you know, the screen wasn't that great, but still he got it done. Excellent concentration on the hard finish.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Allie, thank you so much. Pass to Singleton. Here is Jeffries. Drops in the tray.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Here's Wang. Shoots it up. Nails the wide open jump shot.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Jeffries, good.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 14 points for Leonard.
Really hard to guard him any better. I mean, sometimes he drains the three no matter what.
A huge two-handed slam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Drained from outside.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Intercepted. And here comes the break. Deflects the pass. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable.
Puts up a deep three. Oh, he hits the deep three.
And the fans are so fired up after that triple that trimmed the lead at the other end. And now they are stunned.
Hey, guys, that shot changes the game. I mean, extending their lead and providing them a little more cushion, that's a double-edged sword there.
Gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Bayless deciding where to go with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard knocks down the 3.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. A three-pointer. Good.
Love the play there on the inbound. The defense lost contact with him, and he knocks down the triple.
Got in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Leonard draws the double. Now here's McGee. Defense is right there. And they go to the intentional foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he misses the second one as well, so he's 0 for 2 that time. And so they foul intentionally.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
And an intentional foul right there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Timeout.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. A deep three. He drills the three.
Oh, beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first, and that increases their lead to 6. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Fires from way outside. Buries the deep ball.
What a tremendous ability to hit from so far out. That's a big-time three.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
He's hitting everything from deep, just flat out torching this defense.
Knocks it loose. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now we present our player of the game.
take a look at the home team. They know they get one shot in this single elimination first round.
It feels a little bit like a college tournament in here, doesn't it? I mean, this will be a wild one. You can never predict the outcome of a single game.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Walker, and it's Vega in at the 2. Pass to Hood, and here's Walker. And they're on the break. Benjamin. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now here's Walker. Pass to Vega. Here's Tate. Three-pointer. And he buries his first look.
Not the most effective pick, but he salvages the play with a terrific move.
Out to the wing. Here's Jeffries. Knocks down the long J.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Kane. Walker passes to Tatum. It's Tate on the wing. Pulls it from 20. 6 on the shot clock. Drops in the 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Pass to Singleton. Benjamin. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. He's got 5.
Well, this is what you call hitting the ground running. 4 shots taken, 4 shots made.
Here's Vega on the mark with the 15-footer.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Pass to Jeffries. To the wing, right side. Here's Slim. Out to the right wing. Here's Singleton.
Oh! Gets it down! Showing some power! Wow! That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Launches it from deep. Nice shot by Walker. So it's the home team now. To the wing on the left. Pass to Singleton. Here's Jeffries. Gets the 3-ball to go. Jeffries has got 6 points.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Tate, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Tate's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
He buries it from 3. Here's Slim. 50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Pass to Hood. Now Walker. The fader. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Here's Jeffries.
Oh, wow. Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Here's Maxwell. Still without a bucket. 19-footer. Jump shot is good that time. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. They're up by 2. We've got more in store for you right after this. And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And it's Jeffries in at the 4. And it's Crawford in at the center position. Gone a perfect 5 for 5 from deep tonight. Maxwell passes to Vega. To the left side wing. It's picked off. It's a one-on-one situation. From the baseline. That one falls. Vega's got his second basket on the night.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
Pass to Jeffries. Clock at 6. Benjamin on target from range. He's got 11.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Crawford, and it's rejected.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Gone a perfect 5 for 5 from deep tonight. Here's Kane. Hasn't got one to fall yet. In transition, here they come.
Oh! Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo! What a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Tate passes to Crawford. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. It's stolen. Here's Jeff.
Oh, he did it!
Punch it home!
Nice. As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Back to Tate. Fast break, here we go.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Here's Walker. He's got 5. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Gone 6 of 6 from downtown thus far. Over to the left wing. Nice catch and finish on the lob.
Oh, man, take a look at that one. Just a textbook alley-oop.
Beautifully done. He served it up on a platter. Shot blocked. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And we have to take another look at that block.
You know that block has him and his teammates all pumped up. That is what playoff basketball is all about.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Benjamin. And that one is stuffed right through.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Tate passes to Walker. Pass to Kane. Outside Tate. Good, and it's Walker who picks up the assist. Tate's got 12 points in the game.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Here's Slim. 5 points in the game. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Give him 8.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Outside Walker. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. And Tate gets it to go.
Boy, he's been lights out. You want to talk about an efficient offensive game. Wow.
Gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Here's Jeffries. 12 points for him. Pass to Slim. From deep. Counted from distance.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so we wrap up the first half. Up by 15. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Here with Coach Steve Kerr. Your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition. We got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
Hey, everybody, it's halftime of Game 1 and a big lead right now.
Just moving the ball, you can confuse and frustrate a defense.
Yeah, so many of their points have come off assists, executing at a very high level. Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And after Game 1, it's all about how you cover up those weaknesses. Force your opponent to shake up their approach, man.
Yeah, moves and counter moves. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round 1. gotten 7 of 8 3-pointers to go in this game. And it's Singleton in at the point. That's the group for J.J. Redick getting going here in the second half.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Pass to Tate. Drives to the hoop. Here's Hood. From the top of the key, he buries it. Hood's got 5 now.
Good decision-making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark. He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Ooh, they pick off the pass. The finish! And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Pass to Kane. Now Tate. Here's Kane. Here's Walker. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Walker's got 9.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Gone 3 of 3 in the second half.
That's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
Gotten 7 of 8 3-pointers to go in this game. Left side Tate. And some very quick points for him on that possession. 17 points in the game.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Oh, it's stolen by Hood. Here's Vega. He drops it from range.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
Gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Pass to Slim. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. A nice shot by Jeffries.
Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
It's stolen away. In transition, here they come.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
A minute 58 left in the third quarter. Wide open. Shots good by Hood. Hood's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
Here's Singleton. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Slim. 4-3. Nails it from 3.
He's hitting everything from deep. just flat out torching this defense.
Here's the pick. Outside Hood. The wide open shot is on the money. Hood's got 9 points.
And he can get that shot anytime. He really can shoot over almost anyone.
You want that mid-range game in your arsenal. You can't just be about threes and dunks. Sometimes this is a key shot.
Slim. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Pass to Vega. Outside Tate. And here's Walker. Outside Tate. Up top Hood from about 19. And he hits the jumper. He's got 11.
You can tell he's feeling it. Hasn't missed a single shot all quarter.
43 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Slim. Here's Singleton. Out left to the wing. Beyond the arc. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his fifth shot in as many attempts.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Now here's Tate. He's got 17. One second left, and Walker gets it to go on the assist from Tate. Tate's got 6 assists here tonight, and 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Delivering the blowout. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Thanks for joining us again for round 1 of the NBA playoffs. And it's Tate in at the 1. Here's Slim. Here's Jeffries. Oh, he can't miss. 8 for 8 after that shot.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
And he lobs it up to the rim. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And here comes the break. Picked it out of midair. Maxwell passes to Crawford. The ball's knocked loose. And here's the fast break. Oh, some serious power to finish that one off.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Outside Tate. Pass to Maxwell. Sends it home from three-point land. Maxwell's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
Here's Slim. Jacks up a 3. Knocks it down from distance.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Now here's Tate. From the wing, and he connects with a jumper. Tate's got 19 points. Here's Jeffries. Here's Jenkins, and he goes in for the dunk.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. The visitors with the ball. Pass to Kane. Here's Vega. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now Tate. They set a pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sinks the tray. Tate's got 22.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Singleton. Walker with a steal. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Jenkins. Here's Jeffries. Fires in the triple. Jeffries has got 10 points here in the second half.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
One shot.
A minute 50 left in the game. To the wing, right side. Pass to Slim. Here's Jeffries. Gets the 3-ball to go. Jeffries has got 8 points in the quarter.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. Tate passes to Crawford. Oh, wow! And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. And there's the lob. Outside Tate. 43 seconds left to play in the fourth. Maxwell passes to Tatum. Here's Crawford. Here's Maxwell. Tipped. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. .32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 4. Here's Vega. Yes. Great play by Walker to set it up. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Here's Slim. And with that win, they'll be moving on to round 2. And they start out the postseason with a bang, a big-time victory.
The attitude they came out with was aggressive. They wanted to set the tone from the jump, and they did just that.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. And time now for our player of the game.